Them boys from Kansas City, where they know we got them tricks. We get it how we live and know we all about them kicks. Work hard and play hard, chase our dreams is how we live.
What's happening, people? We got a mad crazy amount of freestyle tricks, skills, and moves for you today. This is everything you need to know if you've ever wanted to become a freestyler or if you just want to improve your skills. So before that, we're giving away free stuff. Let me kick it over to B Millie and he'll tell you what's up.
Before we head to the field, I want to quickly tell you guys about a giveaway we're doing this month. We're going to announce the winners on the last day of the month. We'll pick 5 people, and all you have to do to enter is go to GOLUREMI.com and enter your email for our weekly newsletter.
Let's get started with one of the ways that I flick the ball up in the beginning. It's a simple way to get started because you can go straight into an around the world, and if you're looking for a tutorial on that, just check out one of our other freestyle videos. Link is below in the description. I'm just dragging the ball over and across the front part of my foot to make it pop up in the air. The key to this is simply moving your standing foot or toe towards the ball to make it pop up. If you need to, just start by dragging the ball across and getting the ball to pop up a couple times. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to transition into juggling or an around the world. Most of you have probably seen a move where you just simply taking the ball with the inside and then going with the outside really quickly, all right? So right-footed, something like that. To do this move, my body moves with it. My shoulder moves. My whole hip and body. It's not straight. I don't go like this. That's not gonna do anything, okay? So notice that, like that. Once you have this move down, just these 2 simple actions, that is the move. Everything else that's happening is that you're just putting your first leg here. So I do this with my right foot, even though I dribble mainly with my left. I put my foot here, but I don't really spin the ball around. All I do is take a touch here, take a touch there. It's simple. So slow motion, you'll see, sometimes it's 2 touch, and sometimes you're quick enough to get it with 1. But all you're doing is this. That's it. So once you have this down, you can do the move. Just remember that, all right? So don't get frustrated if you don't get it the first couple times. You will need to practice it. But you have to sell the fake, okay? You have to sell everything, which means that my body actually has to go here and back in. So it would really look, of course, like that. That gets him to go. All right, guys, so here is what you need to remember for the chest stall, okay? It's not gonna happen if you're standing flat, like that, straight up and down, okay? In order to get this to happen, you've gotta bend down, okay? It's gotta stay back here. And you don't need to touch it with your face, although you can, and it might help a little bit just to get some adjustment and whatnot, okay? But notice that I bend back, all right, like this, in order to make it happen. And you have to match that. If you do this, and then try to bend back, it's just not gonna work, okay? In order to make it happen, what I want you to do, if you've never done this before especially, start with the ball in your hands. I know it sucks, but you'll be able to kick it up with a little bit of practice. So what you want to do is toss the ball up like this. Maybe keep it off your cheek or your chin, like that a little bit. I'm right-handed, so I do that. Notice my hand is out and up like this. That is how you keep your balance. Like that is going to make the ball roll. Most anything else besides this action right here is gonna see the ball roll away. Like that, like you're holding a thing, or you're a massive rock star, or you're really into yourself, okay? Like that. Once you get good, you can flick it there and catch it. Try to use your thigh in order to flick the ball up, because going from here to here makes it hard. And notice, with a backward spin like that, means you really have to pay attention to keep it up, okay? Practice that, in no time, you'll get it. I don't see this skill a whole lot, and that may be because it's just above the beginner level, but it's a pretty cool pop-up if you can get it down. The biggest issue you'll have with this one is knowing how to pop the ball up so it goes behind you. All you really need to do is flick the ball up with your toe and allow the ball to move backwards. Remember, it's one fluid motion. You need to pick your leg up as you flick the ball backwards, otherwise it's gonna get in the way. Once the ball's at its peak, just snap your foot down using your toe and see if you can get the ball to go right over your head. Make sure when you roll the ball back that you do it slightly to the side of you. It'll be much easier to pull off that way.
If you want, of course, you can combine these first two into a crazy combo and just get creative from there.
Unless you are a really skilled player, you're not going to be able to run on the field and do this on the first, second, or even third time you try it. But I promise that if you continue to work on this move and you are relentless in your effort, you will eventually get this move down. As you see, I use the bottom of my left foot to do a basic rollover. As I roll over the ball, I use my right foot to stop the ball. Using the end of my cleat towards my toes, I stop the ball and make sure to stop the ball close to my plant foot. The best way to learn any freestyle move, or any move in general, is to break it down into parts and master each part. Master this first part, and once you feel comfortable with the rollover and toe stop, we can then get into the cool part, the flick up. Once again, take it slow at the start and build up your speed as you get more comfortable. As you roll the ball backwards with the end of your boot, you will then move your toe on the back side of the ball, quickly picking it up. This is for sure the hardest part of this move, but if you continue to work on this move and start slow, I promise you'll be able to get this move down.
This last one isn't incredibly challenging, but it does require coordination. You've got to time it correctly. We roll the ball in towards us and lift it straight up with our toe. Then we smash the ball back down with our knee and continue to juggle. Think of stamping your foot down to really get it correctly. It's nearly one motion. As soon as you flick the ball knee height, snap your foot and knee down, and it's nearly as simple as that. Remember that with all of these tricks, you have to mix, match, and add your own ideas to them. Learning how to do these will give you confidence on the ball and expand your creativity. Always look to improve on your technical ability, and your game will improve.
Juggling is so important while you're trying to develop your first touch. Once you feel you have a good handle on juggling, adding these freestyle tricks is a great way to continue developing. The way you pull off this move is all about body positioning. As you can see, you have to shift your foot so the outside of your boot is facing the sky. You don't move your foot off the ground, you let the ball bounce off your boot. You might not get this the first couple times, but once you get the feel for where the ball bounces straight up off your foot, you'll be able to do this skill move consistently. The other thing to keep in mind while doing this move is to juggle the ball at eye level or just above your head when you're ready to do the pop. Don't do it too high or else it'll be too hard to control. Once you have control of your juggling, give a little bit of a higher juggle and give yourself time to position your body under the ball, then simply let the ball pop off the outside of your foot. If you're able to work in 200 to 300 juggles while practicing these skill moves and freestyle moves, you will slowly start to see a dramatic change in your first touch and control over the ball overall. Okay, if just popping the ball off the outside of your foot was a little too easy, try this one out. You're going to do an around the world out of the pancake pop, and this takes great foot-eye coordination. It's all about timing. You will follow all the same tips as before, simply juggle the ball under control, position your body for the pancake pop, and once the ball pops off your foot, you have to quickly swing your foot either the inside or outside of the ball. The thing to keep in mind is when the ball pops, your foot should be in the around the world motion immediately. It is very fast, but once you practice it a couple times and start to get the timing down, you'll be able to get this. Don't worry if you mess up or you don't get on the first few tries or even on the first day. Will, Knox, and myself all had to try these moves. We failed and continued to practice them over and over when we were younger. If you cannot complete this trick on the first few days, go practice juggling, then come back the next day and try over again. There's no better feeling than working hard, failing over and over again on a skill move, but then one day completing it. There's no big secret to getting these moves down. You have to practice, practice, and practice.
Alright guys, next stall is really not all that difficult. It's easy to practice, and once you follow the simple steps we give you today, you'll be able to do it with virtually no problem at all. So, just like a pass you'd receive from a teammate, you have to cushion the ball as it comes into you or it'll bounce right off. We do this by getting in the tabletop position as the ball is coming down. Timing it right is key. If you go too early, the ball will bounce right off. So, once there, arch and create a space for the ball on your neck and raise your arms to create a pocket and hold the ball. This is the most difficult part. If you can get this down, you're golden. All we're trying to do here is center the ball. That's it. Move your body and really use your arms and elbows to guide the ball to the center of your neck. Once you get it in place, the ball will be set and you'll be able to completely relax and get into some more tricks like push-ups. If you're having a hard time trying to flick the ball up and catch it, then start by tossing it with your hands and trying to catch it on your neck. But before all of that, feel what it's like to center the ball on your neck. Just use your hands and place it on your neck and get in the proper position. We want to do this because if you can bring yourself to the end and feel what success would really feel like, you have a very good chance of being able to repeat that success over and over. So practice these steps, and little by little you will have this down in no time.
For the first flick up, which we call the foot clap because of the noise it makes, you will simply place the ball in the middle of your feet,
and at the same time you will bring your feet together underneath the ball, causing the ball to pop up. This is actually a flick up that I've used in games to set myself up for a volley. I love the foot clap because it is fast, effective, and it looks slick when you do it correctly, causing the ball to pop up above your waist.
Now this one is the beginning to one of the flick ups in the intro. Once you understand how to do it from the ground, it'll be even easier by jumping in the air. Put the ball in between your feet and just roll it up your leg until you get it up to your calf, and then spin it upwards quickly and smash it down just like you did in the trick before this one. As you're learning, you can take this one very slow. It doesn't have to be quick to work. From there, we can do it jumping, and the same thing applies. We just roll it up while in midair and snap it down before we land.
To start off, take the ball and hold it between your legs. Depending on which foot you feel more comfortable with, slowly start working on rolling the ball up and down the inside of your calf muscle. Once you got this movement down, we can then work on trying to bounce the ball off the ground. The way that you do this is by rolling the ball up your leg, moving your desired foot above the ball, and towards the heel of your cleat, you firmly push the ball into the ground. Once you have pushed the ball towards the ground, before it bounces back up, you must move your foot and your body and prepare to start juggling. You will not be able to do this flick up on the first try unless you are a really skilled player. Break the flick up into parts, master each part, and then try to put the whole thing together.
This right here, you need to tilt. You should be looking straight up, not out, not there. Don't try and hold the ball here like this and do this. That's not gonna work, okay? You have to get set. Look straight up. That's it. Once you're straight up, it's there. And you have to be stiff. My neck is stiff. It's not like this. If it's like that, it's gonna move. The same way you lock your foot and your ankle, you have to lock your neck. Okay? So it's like this, and once it's here, all I have to do is balance my body under it. So I can do all this, and the ball's not moving. But that's only because my neck's not moving. As the ball moves, you move. I see a lot of guys, when they go to do the head stall, they think the ball is just gonna stay there. So as the ball moves, they don't move their head like that, all right? Center yourself, like this, okay? I would even say you can practice it sitting down because you have a better center of gravity way down at the ground, okay? If you can, once you can balance it about here for 2 seconds, something like this, you need to start trying to flick the ball up to then bounce it. Now, if you haven't done this a whole lot, I want you guys to start from here, from your thigh. That's gonna be the easiest way to do it, okay? Coming from your foot means you have to let it bounce, bounce, and settle in like this, okay? But the key points there, tilt your head back, look straight up, make sure the sun's not under you, okay, or above you. Hold your center of gravity tight, tighten your stomach so you don't move, and then probably like a cobra or something like that.
To start, make sure you can hold the ball steady on your strong foot by locking your ankle and pointing your toe up to hold the ball still. Work on being able to balance on one foot while holding the ball with your strong foot. Once you feel that you are in control of the ball and your body, you will then start to try to do the around the world. To complete this trick, you will either do an inside around the world or an outside around the world. I think an inside around the world is much easier, so this means if you're using your right foot, that you will slowly start to move your right foot to the left of the ball, then move your foot clockwise around the ball and try to catch it. This is a balancing act of different movements, and it is important not to lift the ball too high or else you will not be able to get your foot around the ball. You also want to make sure to lift the ball high enough or else you will not have enough time to get around the ball. You have to be quick, and after you practice this 20 to 30 times, you will start to figure out the weight of the lift that you need to use to complete this freestyle trick. If you find this to be too easy, try to go the opposite way or even try to do multiple in a row. There are so many other different kinds of around the worlds, but we'll need a whole nother video to teach you some of those. Let us know in the comments section if you'd like to learn these. Check out these sick around the worlds that me and Will do, and let us know which ones you want to learn.
Alright guys, that's the vid. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense we tell you. Follow us on Instagram. Please click the bell notification button. Subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Later. Peace.
I eat, feed me rappers, feed me beats. GOLUREMI'S never cease.